Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm privileged to be in the Brewiks production facility. I'm going to do a very quick whiz around, showing you what the different machines do, trying to highlight to you just how much all of the brewing equipment is handmade here. So let's check it out. It's hard to get this across. The guys have left. I'm going to try and give you a tour of the facility. So everything that's made in Brewiks is made from scratch. So it's brought in as flat stainless steel, or it's brought in as stainless steel tubing, and it's then just manufactured by hand by really talented, crafted engineers to produce the Brewiks brewing equipment. So if we look at one of the first machines that we encounter here, this particular machine here is specifically just for making the coils in the counterflow chiller that's built into the walls of the Brewiks machine. This particular machine, you've probably seen these in other engineering plants. It puts right angle bends in for you. So you probably recognize it as a cutting machine. So it'll cut straight stainless steel sheets into whatever relevant size is required, and then come to this machine where all of the cylindrical parts are created here for the mash vessel and the kettle, or the cylindrical conical fermentation tanks. Here is where they weld the cylinders, this machine here. The cylinder's welded and then it moves over to the guys here. So this looks like someone's making a loiter ton. It's handmade, hand manufactured. When I was here earlier, one of the guys was actually inside this vessel. So he has taken the cylindrical piece of steel that's been rolled through the rollers. You can see here and here where it has been welded using this machine, and then it comes over here and he gets inside and manually puts the feet on, manually puts the base on, and tomorrow whenever he comes in, this will be popped on to the top here, and then it'll move to being grained and finished. Like when I say everything's manufactured in-house, I mean everything's manufactured in-house by hand here. So this is the condensing arm that sits on the Brewiks 500. So you can see it's been welded here. They're going to weld it here. You see the weld here. All they're doing is adding component parts. So you'll see here, there's a weld here. It's almost, you know, it's difficult to see it. And here, here obviously, here and here. This is the patented mixed mashing arm that sits in the base of the Brewiks vessel. So you can see all made entirely from scratch in here by talented craftsmen. So these machines are all for milling and drilling. The attention to detail in which they go into is phenomenal. So if we go down here, earlier on we were here, and one of the guys was actually, he was threading his own screws. You know, like they're making these themselves from 100% from scratch. I find the attention to detail phenomenal. This machine here, obviously the tanks are mounted onto this machine, and then this machine can tilt the tanks up and it can rotate them. But look, check this out here. So this part here, so from here to here is cut and welded in a seam, and then they add this cone and weld it. Then they add the cooling stripes on top of that. That then gets this bit, which is folded. This machine over here, so this machine over here does the fold. So it folds that specifically to allow it to meet the cylindrical part of this. This is then, you can see, I'll give you an example here. So they spot weld here, and to get everything in place, sitting nicely, and then they'll go around. So they'll use the foot pedal here. As that goes around, just little small hand movements, welding this as it goes around. The key thing here is, like, look at the build quality. It is phenomenal. 3mm thick stainless steel, cooling stripes welded. Once they're welded, they go to get grained. Once they're grained, they come back, they get tested with the pink dye to make sure that there's no leaks present at all. And then it proceeds to get finished, whether that be insulated and then another coat of stainless steel on it for the pressurized tanks, or whether it just gets grained up to be sold as a simple conical tank. Phenomenal craftsmanship, and a hell of a lot of work goes on when you see every fitting is made and attached in-house. So you can see here some of the finished tanks that have just come off this today. The quality of the welds on these are some of the best that I've seen. So really, really high quality kit. This here is 3 pieces of steel. So you can see here, here, and here where that is welded. It is then folded in the machine, and that actually forms this part of the pressurized cylindrical conical tanks. 3 sections around this curve, and by the time it's grained, you actually can't see any of it. It's just perfect. It's beautiful. Really, really high quality craftsmanship. So just as I'm walking by, you can see actually here, these are the cones of the fermentation tanks. You see the holes have been cut out for the legs. There you can see there's 1 weld here, and then they attach the bottom piece on, put the legs on. Like, such beautiful craftsmanship. So if we go over to the graining room, where they basically, graining just means the finish, leaving it that real nice shiny stainless steel. You can see one of the Brewiks 500 here in production. So we were here earlier, and as we come in, we could see one of the guys was graining this. So you can see the difference between, you know, what we had saw earlier to where this is here to where it is there. So if we look at a Brewiks 500 here, we can see obviously the initial welding has been done. It's come in here to be grained before it goes on to the next stage. Attention to detail that you can see in the graining here is, like, the guys have made this look beautifully smooth. Really, really nice grain finish on this. This arrives to you as the end customer in ultra premium condition. Yeah, so look, this is one of the tops of the fermentation tanks. So we were here earlier, we actually watched this piece of steel being shaped. You can see the quality of the welding around here, like the thickness and robustness, like, that's going to last a lifetime. This was genuinely an amazing experience for me to come and see the facility today, see the guys working during the day, to see the facility empty, to walk around and lift component parts and see just how much craftsmanship there is involved in this. Genuinely handmade from scratch. There's no big machines here. Workforce of 25 talented people just all working together like a well-oiled machine to deliver super premium, high quality brewing equipment. So if you have any questions about Brewiks brewing equipment, don't hesitate to reach out to us, and until next time, happy brewing.